Well, good morning. I'm like a kid on Christmas morning here. Got myself a brand new toy I'm pretty excited about. So we need to go put it together today. I think it's 150 gallon or 150 pound, 100 pound, I don't know how many pounds it holds, but fertilizer spreader, fertilizer, salt, seed, whatever you want, but we're gonna be using it for fertilizer. It just mounts right off the back of your receiver hitch on your UTV. Of course, there's a few modifications we gotta make to it, but the reason I'm so excited is because for the last several years, I've been using this, a 5-pound hand spreader, and I don't have to use that anymore. So I've got the lid off here, but kind of show you, just a big hopper, and we need to put it all together and show you what it's all about. It's a pretty simple setup. Really all you've got is your, you slide into your receiver hitch, put your pin through, and I gotta tighten up all these nuts and bolts, but it comes out of there, mounts up. Here's your spreader piece. You got a little motor here on the bottom. We'll talk about that in a second. There's your electric running up. You've got your gate, which I need to still all hook up, but that open and closes everything inside there. There's a little set washer, or a little, I don't know what you call it, a little nut with a set screw in it that goes underneath that I gotta still put all that stuff together. But really, what a person should be able to do is fill your fertilizer up in there, open your gate, and when you plug in to your electric, that baby will start spinning like crazy, and it says it'll throw it up to 30 feet. I'm guessing that's 15 on each side, but that'll still be plenty. So we need to put it together because we've got about 7 or 8 acres that we got to throw several hundred pounds of fertilizer down on. Like I said, it sure beats a whole day doing that. So this is a Buyer's product, I think. Buyer's company. I wanted a mulch-free one because that's what I've got for my deer corn feeder, which is the same concept other than it doesn't have a hitch receiver. It's got big 8-foot legs on it, but they actually, the mulch-free one, which a friend of mine has, this piece was out of stock. And as you can see, that's pretty important. So we need to tighten up all these bolts here, get this thing set up. Pins are all in. Those bolts tightened up, and it should be ready to go, other than we have a little bit of an issue with the electric. And I read about this on Amazon before I bought it. This electrical cord is 9 feet, and when I tighten it up, you can see we're gonna be plenty short to plug into your cigarette lighter. And I'm not gonna take the entire cab off to do that. So don't worry, we've got a fix in place. I've already started taking this apart. Really all we're gonna do is if I can do this one-handed, this is gonna, yeah, I can't do it one-handed, I don't think. But we're gonna take this apart, and you've just got 2 wires in there. Oh, maybe is it gonna pop out? There we go. Okay, so we're gonna take those 2 wires, we'll just clip them, put a couple of, I don't know what I've got laying around here, either some clamps or just something to hook it up to one of the batteries I have, and then we'll still be able to use that on-off switch. And yes, it won't be ideal because I'll have to jump out of the Ranger to shut it off, but it's no different than what we use with the sprayer up there. So it'll be fine, or I can just have a kid ride back here and shut it off. So we'll get that wired up and get this all tightened up and should be ready to go. Those four are tightened up. Get those two done and she should be all tight. All right, everything's all tightened up. Lid's on, ready to go. I seem to have lost a child. Hey. They coming in there with you? Now see if you can get him in there. I don't know. They're not too sure about it. All right, so I ripped off the cigarette lighter piece and just wired it directly to this battery. So we want that spinner there to take off. So we'll click the button. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're in business. Now you just need to put a couple clamps in there and should be good to go. Start spreading fertilizer.